What is up, A team? Welcome back. Awesome Austin here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day, or not, depending on where I happen. I hope it's awesome. And yes, we're back at it today to talk more about crypto. Obviously, Jerome Powell is speaking. Actually, right now at the top of the hour, he begins talking about the economic state, where we're going, what we're doing. A lot of people are actually wondering what's going to happen here. To be honest with you, I have no idea what's going to happen here. I do know that, like I said, I'm going to pull up the live stream. It is going to be on CNBC TV. There, I have this conference thing pulled up here. I will pull it up and see him speak. But yeah, we'll see what he has to say. Honestly, the markets are going to do what they're going to do. And right now, XRP is looking pretty damn good. I have a pretty good position in on XRP. I put in this morning at like 3 a.m. I woke up and was like, okay, I'm going to put in a position. But things are looking good. We do have a lot of things to talk about here. But before I jump into it, I want to say what's up to everyone here in the chat here. We got Chadwick in the house. Crypto Keeper Joel, what's up, buddy? Chipper. Billy, what's up, man? Richard, 808 Mimi's, Real Ice Bear, what's going on, guys? Pipeline's in the house here. Tony Punch, what's up, Monster Fresh? We got Selmo Fudd, what's up, Selmo? Z Goals in the house here. Appreciate you guys being here. Evan, what's up, bud? William, good to see you, man. We got Nicholas in the house. We got Derek, what's up, man? Tobias Spain in the house. Hell yeah, dude. Spain up in the house. Ripperino, what's going on, dude? Pinocchio. We got Ivan, what's up, Ivan? Brandon. Maui, what's up, dude? Marty's in the house. RPM, good to see everyone here. Candy, appreciate you guys. Billion Wrights in the house here. Appreciate the 199 super chat here. Let's go, baby. Yeah, the market's either going to rally or bust here in a minute, dude. So let's jump into this real quick. I just want to share my screen here because, as you guys know, the cryptocurrency market has kind of been flat over the last, probably day or two. It's been pretty flat. I had a feeling that this week's going to actually be a good week for it. Indicators are telling us we're in for a good week, but that is based off, we don't know what's going to come from the White House. We don't know what's going to come from Jerome Powell himself. As you can see right here, he is speaking. I'm going to wait for him to come up here. Once he goes live, I'll pull it up. We can actually watch it and listen to what he has to say. But, one thing that I do know for sure is that if he does talk about quantitative easing, if he does talk about rate cuts, anything like that, the markets will explode. If he doesn't talk about any of that, if he doesn't talk about the quantitative easing or any rate cuts upcoming, then we're probably going to see the markets absolutely flutter and probably take a stall and collapse. So yeah, the shorting could be something. As you can see right now, I do have a pretty big short in right now, I have a pretty big long in on XRP right now. I'm up about almost $300 right now, $306 as of right now, about 38% up on my short or my long. Technically I could reverse that if depending on what he says or what's going on. But right now markets are looking pretty damn good. So very happy with where we're at. And couldn't be happier. What you cross-eyed? What's up, Lauren? Let's go. We got Rip Reno here for 4 months. You'd hope something good will happen today. Yeah, me too, man. We'll continue to monitor the charts right now. You can see XRP is almost back to 217, sitting here around 216.75. It's climbing over the last probably close to hour, starting to climb its way back up right here. So things are looking good right there, at least from an XRP standpoint. We'll definitely go over our play of the day. We'll see where it's at, and we'll do it live on stream. So crazy day to short or long. Yeah, today's you got to be careful, right? Be careful out there. But I do have a pretty big long position in on the day right now that I put in this morning. I woke up at like 3 o'clock this morning and was like, saw it at like 214. And I was like, man, I was looking at the indicators. The indicators were looking pretty good. I was like, you know what, dude, I'm pulling the trigger at 214, 214.4, I think is where it was or something like that. But yeah, looking pretty good so far. We'll see where it goes. I put a stop loss in there. So, at least if this were to collapse, I'm going to be walking away with some kind of money. So definitely do that if you're having any margin trades in. But markets are looking good. I'm still waiting for Mr. Jerome Powell to speak. Obviously, this lady's up here talking about who knows what she's talking about. But like I said, once he talks, he could be the changer of the markets. It's either going to go up or down based off what he has to say. And hopefully he brings up, like I said, hopefully he talks about quantitative easing. Hopefully he talks about maybe some rate cuts coming up here. We are hoping that there was going to be some rate cuts coming here in May, if not June of this year. We'll see if that's actually coming up. I think there's a lot more pressure from the White House to where June can actually be a trigger month for a rate cut. I'm hoping that actually happens. Some people are saying that that's not going to happen. There's a lot of people out there waging money on this right now. If you go to Polymarket and see what they got going on. Another thing out there is obviously massive tension, dude. Crazy weekend with the tension with Trump and China and everything going on here. Obviously, like I said, one tweet away or one post away from completely obliterating the market. Market's been sputtering over the weekend. We knew going into the weekend. I said it on Friday. I said it on Thursday and Friday. I was basically saying the indicators are telling us we're going to go into a red weekend. We did go into a red weekend. It didn't help that Trump and China came to, had some words over the weekend saying that, they were in violation of their Geneva talk and their trade deal. However, the positive news is that Trump did come out here and say that they will likely speak very soon, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, but we do know that a lot of our markets, whether that's the crypto market or whether that's just the stock market, really depends. It's really hedging on what is said with Trump and Xi Jinping. I can't ever say his name. Xi. I'll just say President Xi because I do know how to say that one. But really, what it comes down to is, that's what it is, and I don't know what else to say other than we're just going to keep waiting. We're just going to keep waiting and see. Hopefully, Jerome Powell. Oh, Jerome Powell speaking. So let's get this up here. Let's get this going here. Let me. I gotta stop screen, present, share. We're going to go to live. All right. So hopefully you can hear it. Here we go.
Division staff have also played a key role during episodes of global financial stress. And your research and analysis are critical inputs into our monetary policy decisions. Thank you to all that have served in this division over the past 75 years.
Let's see.
Today, I'll kick off this conference by briefly reviewing why the division was created in the first place and highlighting a few of its many accomplishments over the years before turning you over to a robust set of presentations and panels.
He said robust. He said robust.
The IF division was created on July 1, 1950, but the idea began to germinate a few years earlier. The U.S. had emerged from World War II as a global economic superpower. The Bretton Woods Agreement placed the U.S. and the Fed in a central position in the global economy. Our mission then, as it is now, was to serve the American people. But it was clear at that moment that the Fed needed to have better knowledge of global developments to achieve our dual mandate goals.
I have to keep watching right now.
A 1948 memo proposing to create the division stated, quoting, "Problems of international economics and finance have become increasingly large, complex, and significant in recent years, and our foreign economic relations will undoubtedly continue to give rise to issues of the first magnitude." That rare economic forecast that has turned out to be spot on. 75 years later, it remains critical that the Fed understand the policies and practices of other governments and central banks and their implications for the U.S. economy and for financial markets. Exchange rate policy, of course, is now firmly in the hands of the U.S. Treasury. However, the end of the Bretton Woods era in the 1970s fundamentally changed the conduct of monetary policy, as policymakers had to understand the effects of potentially more volatile movements of the U.S. dollar on American families and businesses. Understanding global trade and capital movements has only grown in importance since 1950, as we saw during the pandemic. IF helps produce the data on international capital flows and has spent decades researching the effects of these flows and international trade on U.S. and foreign economies. Understanding this complex and interconnected web is essential for us to anticipate the path of employment and inflation. Another important development in the 1970s was the increasing use of macroeconomic modeling, which greatly influenced the division's work. Under the direction of former division director Ralph Bryant, IF developed its first multi-country model. Always on the forefront over the years, economists in the division, many of whom are in this room today, developed increasingly sophisticated models, with each new generation expanding the capability to tackle the international risks and issues of that day. These models have proven useful for understanding how international shocks transmit through the economy and financial markets, for assessing risks and uncertainties through alternative scenarios, and for better comprehending the implications of various shocks for the U.S. and the global economy. The results have informed research papers, board memos and briefings, as well as the risks and uncertainty assessment that FOMC committee participants receive in advance of every meeting. The IF division has also played an important role in responding to global economic turbulence. A prime example is the Latin American debt crisis of the 1980s. That episode required analytical thinking about the macroeconomic repercussions of the crisis as it played out around the world.
Dude, the history lesson right now is pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. This history lesson is pretty bad. Can we do something about this, please?
Facilities to prevent more dire financial outcomes. As global capital flows increased, other episodes.
Side note, XRP hit above 217 right now. 217 for XRP on this history lesson.
International capital flows and spillovers became and remain a recurrent feature in the division's analytical and monitoring work. The expertise generated through study and response to these global challenges proved invaluable when stress hit closer to home during the global financial crisis and then the pandemic. Both of those events required immediate, broad, and in many cases unprecedented responses to avoid disrupting the availability of credit to American households and businesses. The nation and the world looked to the Fed to lead in these moments. During the global financial crisis, when global funding markets came under stress.
Yeah, it's killing me too, man. The history lessons kill me, but you can see XRP is at 217.34. So the markets are coming around pretty good right now. Just let everyone know.
IF division helped lead efforts to expand the provision of dollar liquidity.
Be prepared for a sell-off.
Repo facility. These periods of acute financial stress and uncertainty prompted the division to develop new tools and analytical products that could be used to understand and respond to the events unfolding on the ground. For instance, the division has devised new methods to measure and assess the effects of various types of uncertainty on economic activity, including new indexes that were built to track geopolitical risk, inflation, trade policy, and economic uncertainty. As we continue to navigate the current period of heightened uncertainty, this work is critical to understanding the quantitative implications of uncertainty shocks, certainly relevant today. So I'll conclude by saying that for 75 years, 9 Fed chairs and countless board members have greatly benefited from the guidance and counsel of IF staff, and not just when responding to crisis. This team helps to assure that we're well prepared for our international engagements by providing us detailed, some might say extremely detailed materials ahead of time, and often by traveling with us. IF staff are always welcome and productive companions in these and other endeavors. We benefit from the robust relationships that you establish and maintain with our global counterparts. So thank you to Beth Ann and to all the staff here that organized this wonderful event. And finally, thank you again to all the current and former IF staff for what you have done and continue to do to help us be a globally knowledgeable and responsive central bank so that we can deliver on our dual mandate for all Americans. Thank you very much. Start by offering my condolences to the family and friends of former Vice Chair Stanley Fischer. Stan was a colleague of ours here at the Fed and a giant in the field of international economics.
Advisors.
What did we do? Was that it?
To solve client questions about the future.
No, that was not it.
Helps answer how.
That was not it.
Including many heads of global centers.
That was it? That was it? Oh my God, you better freaking put that sell order in, dude. Oh my God, dude. What is up with this crap, dude? What a joke, dude. What a joke. I couldn't believe that. Oscar for the best performance. That was ridiculous, dude. Oh my gosh. I know I'm not the only one watching this. This is crazy, dude. 2:30 he speaks, I heard. Okay, so he'll come back and speak. Man, what a joke, bro. Okay. Well, anyways, all right. We'll stop sharing that screen. We'll actually get into some other stuff here. So, wow. What a craziness right there. Okay, so down, XRP was actually looking pretty good. Still sitting pretty good. Sitting around 216.72. Nothing really came up with that. But, I mean, as you guys know, I guess maybe 2:30 he speaks. We do have some talks coming up here. White House did come out and say that they're close to the finish line on some trade deals with other countries. So that's a positive thing. We could see that actually come to fruition today. So, yeah, a lot of good things there to back down. Yeah, never believe the rumor mill. Nothing burger as usual. Yeah. I know. It's okay, though. Maybe he'll come back and say some stuff. I don't know. We'll continue to I'll continue to monitor the live feed here. and see if he comes back and speaks at all. But I mean, yeah, I'm not going to waste my time on that again. I thought there was going to be actually some substance on that, but looks like definitely no substance at all. So that was kind of lame. I'm going to be honest. I'll be honest with you, kind of lame, dude. We got Randy coming in here hot, becoming a new member of the A team. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the A team. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you join the Discord, and appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Setting up the nothing burger. I know. Will you let us know if we reverse the long? Yeah. So far, I'm not going to reverse it. I'll probably be sitting here. I just put a stop loss in for. I think I put one in for 215. I think I put one in for 215.4 is my stop loss position. So you can see I put a fixed position in. 215.32 is where I put my stop loss in. Just to protect it if it comes back down, make like, I don't know, I think I'll make like $165 or something like that off the play. So but like I said, if it goes down, I make $155 today. It is what it is, right? We'll find another position. So that's kind of where I'm at. I just put a stop loss in. Smash that like button. Appreciate you, Kokor. What's up, buddy? We got Tim Shea in the house here. What's up, man? What's up, man? Good to see you guys. At the end of the meeting around 2:30, he's supposed to speak Eastern Standard Time. So that'd be around about 15 more minutes from now, I guess. He'll retire today. Hopefully something today. You can see right here, this is actually pretty cool right here. Crypto funds saw $3.3 billion in net inflows in the week ending on May 23rd, which is the second largest amount this year. Investors poured the most money into Bitcoin funds at a $2.9 billion, followed by $326 million in Ethereum. And this is since 2019, cumulative net inflows to crypto funds have reached a whopping $63 billion. Crypto asset inflows have doubled over the last year. If this doesn't tell you, this should tell you everything you need to know about why crypto is in a bull run right now. I mean, look at this. The inflow is insane right now. And so anyone telling you that there's a bear market or that they're bearish or whatever it might be, just realize like we are in the verge of a run. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. Whether it happens here in the next couple of months or whatever it might be, it's not bearish by any means. I get that there's all this, there's all this talk out there about the markets collapsing and all this kind of stuff. But I mean, there's just too many indicators saying otherwise. But this is really, really good news. If you want to know, I mean, 63 billion in terms of net inflows is insane. That's the most since 2019. So that's really cool to see. You can see right here, though, this is the downside. This is where people are saying that we're going to see, the market downturn. So as much as there's positivity in the markets in regards to crypto, there is some negative things here as well, such as manufacturing imports fall to 39.9, the lowest level since 2009. We're seeing a 2008-like retraction in manufacturing imports as tariffs take effect. So again, if anything tells you, like if you're back in 2008, you know what we went through in 2008. But there was a lot more other indicators, housing market, housing crisis, all this kind of stuff that played factor into this as well. But this is the lowest we've seen since 2008, which is pretty wild when you think about it. What's up, man? He plays with E. Good to see you, my guy. Hope all is well. We got Cool Cat in the house here going up again. Is he going up to speak again? Let's see. I'll play this and see if I can. Is he talking right now? Okay, here we go. He's speaking now again. So we'll see what he says here. Let me get this going again. Hide. I hate that they do this with the screens. Let's go here.
For the U.S. and the global economy. The results have informed research papers, board memos and briefings, as well as the risks and uncertainty assessment that FOMC committee participants receive in advance of every meeting.
Markets are doing
the
well
IF
right
division
now.
has also played an important role in responding to global economic turbulence. A prime example is the Latin American debt crisis of the 1980s. That episode required analytical thinking about the macroeconomic repercussions of the crisis as it played out around the world. Work by the division and by the IMF and other institutions led to the establishment of emergency facilities to prevent more dire financial outcomes. As global capital flows increased, other episodes of financial distress surfaced across the world, including in Mexico, Asia, and Russia. International capital flows and spillovers became and remain a recurrent feature in the division's analytical and monitoring work. The expertise generated through study and response to these global challenges proved invaluable when stress hit closer to home during the global financial crisis and then the pandemic. Both of those events required immediate, broad, and in many cases unprecedented responses to avoid disrupting the availability of credit to American households and businesses. The nation and the world looked to the Fed to lead in these moments. During the global financial crisis, when global funding markets came under stress, IF worked to establish swap line arrangements with several major central banks that helped restore stability in U.S. dollar.
It's a replay. Okay. So basically, how is this a history lesson when I went around praying? All right. So people are saying this is a replay. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really, it kind of sucks that it's like, let's go share screen. I'm going to go entire screen here. The markets right now are doing really well. So we'll just stick to that because you can see right now, XRP back to 217.45. At least here in the last hour, things have been looking pretty good. 4 hours looking, it's at the top here, 12 hours coming up right now. Indicators are showing that we should have a good day today. 217. Oh, cool, dude. Sorry, I got the electrical guy. Awesome. Thank you, man. Thanks so much. Okay, cool. Electrical guy came and signed off my electrical panel, so that's cool. So sorry about that. Many countries reducing. Hey, what's up, Big B? Good to see you. So I'm not going to listen to Jerome Powell. Obviously, I have no idea whether that's really him or not. To be honest with you, I don't know when he's speaking or what was said. We'll continue just to monitor it on X. I'm sure some people will probably post it. So hard to tell what's like actually real, what's not. And so far, it seems like Powell. Who knows what is being said? Officially resigns tomorrow. Federal Jerome Powell officially resigns tomorrow. That's right. I bet it'd be so funny if he actually does resign. That'd be crazy. What he says now continues. Bitcoin. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he says, Jay. I don't know what he's going to say. So far, the markets are doing pretty good. Bitcoin's come down slightly, at least over the last hour. It's starting to work its way back up. Government is slow, whatever this is. It's a waste of time. Yeah, it kind of is. Austin, I got my electrical panel done on the low and don't think it's up to code. Oh, my God. Dude. Hey, Austin, watching from Cali. Oh, Mauricio, what's up, man? All my bags in the green, XRP, SUI, BTC. Hell yeah, Kenny. That's what I'm talking about, dude. No noise. Yeah, right now, like I said, everything seems to be doing okay. Like I said, I just moved my stop loss up. I'm doing a trailing stop loss on my leverage trade right now. I'm up about $390. It's about 48% up. I bought in. My price was $214.48. I bought this morning at like 3 a.m. and just sat there. And yeah, I put a stop loss in. So I think I'll walk away with like, I don't know, 250 right now. I'm just going to continue to trail my stop loss on this. So yeah, pretty good leverage trade at this moment. So what's up? What about China? Dude, the thing with China right now is that we don't really know. They said there's going to be some likely some talks coming soon. So hopefully this week we have some talks with China that will obviously help our markets do really well right now. So I think we're in for a really good. Indicators are telling us we're in for a really good month. 1K long you put up. I put 800. It was I think my long is like $800. I think my margin's like 804 or something like that. Yeah, my margin's 803, dude. Yeah, so margin 803 on a 40x long. Dude, I gambled this morning, bro. I was half asleep and I was like, you know what, dude, I'm going for it, bro. So I put like a $800 40x margin. I went for it, dude. I wasn't joking around. Do you have any thoughts regarding the 60-day pause in the SEC and Ripple case? I'm excited for it, bro. I think that there needs to be a settlement to that whole. The reason why the pause is coming up here is because they're hopefully Judge Torres comes out and actually just says, hey, dude, we're gonna put it back to the courts. We're gonna allow this to go through and just wash our hands clean of it all. You know what I mean? 524 XRP, that'd be crazy. I was just thinking if XRP gets back up to like the 220 range today, my long position would be crazy. Nice man on the gamble. Yeah, it's a gamble, dude. Like, be careful. I put my stop loss in, dude. So like when I put my margin in for I put $800 on a 40x, which is straight gamble, dude. Like, don't do that. And I put a stop loss in, like literally at like 150 bucks. So I was willing to lose 150 bucks. This is isolated as well, so it's an isolated trade. But I was willing to lose 150 bucks, and it was like it only had to go down to like I think I put it at 214. It only had to go down to like 214 exactly for me to lose my $125. So like I kind of did gamble there. It was either I was going to wake up and my $100 was going to be gone, or I was going to wake up in the green. I woke up in the green, so it was kind of nice. Am I hearing rumors that you are the next Fed chair? Yeah. I don't know, man, about that. That'd be crazy, dude. Austin, I'm hearing rumors. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That'd be such a horrible job. I don't know how people would even enjoy that job. That'd be a crazy job. I just keep stacking XRP on the dip. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. He's scared to say anything in case he falls out of the 40. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it'd be crazy right now. That's for sure. Oh man. But yeah, no, I'm happy that I'm happy that I finally went forward with the BTCC thing so I could share trades with you guys. It's actually been pretty well. Stacking up wins. Dude, I honestly haven't lost that many trades on here. So it's been great seeing everyone's trade in Discord too. You guys have been awesome. Seeing everyone's profit and losses being posted in there. Freaking awesome, dude. You guys have been killing it as well. What are your charts saying for a good limit order? Do you think we'll go back to the twos? Thanks. I mean, right now, I was just trying to go off this weekend. This weekend, I was really trying to put out there. I mean, we're up to 217. We're almost up to 280 right now on the market, so that's pretty good. Indicators were telling us that we're going to be in the green. I don't know how far we're going to go, but I mean, you can see the 12 chart's coming back up. The 12-hour chart's coming up. The day chart is working its way back up. The weekly had a hiccup in the weekly chart right here. So hopefully we have a bounce back and continue upward, because anytime that we pass over the 20, we usually tend to continue our way up, even with our little hiccups. If you go back and look at this, dude, like not very never do we get above the 20 and not continue up. Like here we had a little hiccup, but we continued up, right? Anytime we get above the 20 marker here, we might have a hiccup and bounce back up. We very rarely over the weeks have ever done this on a weekly. So I'm thinking that we're going to bounce back. We're going to continue the weekly trend upward again. We had basically going on 3 weeks of downtrend right here, which caused this to come back down. But I think we're going to have a bounce back based off the indicators here. Day chart's looking good, working its way back up. 12 hours, starting to work its way back up here. The 4 hours at the top up here, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot. I mean, we could sit around and do something like this for a couple, for a couple days, and then you might have a little bit of a downtrend. But I mean, yeah, if we do have any kind of, looking at the fib right now, hopefully we come back up here. We breach above I'm hoping, this is what I'm hoping for. I'll tell you guys right now. And again, maybe it's because I'm just more bullish on it, but I'm hoping that we break above the 382 level, which is 225 again. We work our way back over the 225 this week. We get somewhere up in here. You can see here on the 4 hour that we have crossed over, but let's go to the 12 hour and the day chart. You can see that we've done very well. So I hope that we get back to the 382 level of 225, which is a really good level. You can see that we have massive support right here at the 235 level. Look at this. We have a ton of support. Or this will actually be massive resistance for us. But you can see that's actually a really good level for us. So I'm hoping that we get back up in there. And then if we have to make a correction, then we come back down and we hit back into these same levels that we're in, right? Into the 220, 225 level again, and then continue our way up. Like that's what I'm hoping for. So the $2, again, can it hit $2 again? Absolutely. I don't see why it couldn't do that, right? I mean, it very well could, based off of, we don't know what's coming from the White House. You got to be prepared from like what they could have, like a crazy talk with China, and like they go into an all-out war. Who knows? You know what I mean? So I'm just saying indicators. That's what indicators are telling me. So I'm going off the indicators, but you got to take that with a grain of salt, because it takes Trump he's one post away from obliterating any indicator that's out there. So we need to reclaim the 50 ES support. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that need to be done, but I mean, I think we're on a good path. XRP going to boom? I mean, I'm kind of hoping what's boom, right? I mean, are we talking like back to 225 is a boom? Or what are we talking about? I mean, my goal is to get to 225. That's kind of where I've been. I said it was going to fall down here anywhere from the 220 to the 215 over the weekend. If you go back and watch me on Thursday and Friday last week, I said 215, anywhere from 220 to 215. It fell down to 214. So right in that area, you can see it fell down right over here into to 214s this weekend. I'm on the weeklies, so let's go to the day chart. Actually fell down to the 208. Sorry, it fell down to 208. So yeah, it fell into this area, but I mean, had a nice little bounce back, and it's been hovering around this 214 to 215 marker for like 2 days, dude. 2-3 days we've been hovering around here, so I'm hoping we have a breakout from it. So far, so good. I mean, we're at 217.5. I hope we get to 220 by the end of the day. I think we're done with the twos after this week, but we'll see unless a Trump comes. Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. 27 would solve. If it got to $27, it'd solve a lot of problems, bro. Yeah, dude. 100%. I agree with that, dude. By the end of the year, I predict 50 to $300. Yeah, dude. That'd be great. But we'll see. I'm just gonna have, and if it falls back down, like I said, I have 216 as my trailing stop loss on it, which I'd walk away with like $250 on my trade right now. You know what I mean? It's up to 395 at this moment, and I have a trailing stop loss at 216. I'll probably continue to move this up. If this continues to move up to like 217.5, 218, I'll probably continue to move it up and continue to eventually take profits off of it. So, we'll just continue to do a trailing stop loss and hopefully win. Do we have any big news today? I mean, there's some indicators out here right here. United States has record. This is crazy that we have this many houses for sale right now with the rates the way they are. This tells me that there's potential rate cuts on the line. So whatever Jerome Powell says today, I have a feeling that we're going to be looking at rate cuts because, I mean, you don't have this many houses out there for sale at the rates that we're at. Like no one's going to want to go buy a home for 7%, 8%. Like no one wants to do that. So, I think that this is kind of like, for me, when I read this, I'm like, a lot of people have this out here, but the only way that these are going to get off the market is if rates come down. And so for me, I think here, maybe in June, somewhere in this ballpark, we're going to have a rate cut. It's going to have to happen, right? People can say whatever they want to say, but what would happen if Powell resigns today? That'd be probably bullish news, dude. I bet you that would be super bullish because he's just been bearish. He's been very bearish for the markets, dude, for the last like 7 years. I mean, he's been he'll go down in history as probably one of the worst Fed chairmen out there. And again, nothing against him. He just will. I mean, he hasn't helped the economy in any way. Every time he says something, it hurts the economy. He's gone through. I mean, he hasn't done anything that should have boomed us. I mean, he allowed us to have the inflation the way it is. He has allowed us to have some of the highest rates we've ever had since the 1980s. I mean, he'll go down in history as probably one of the worst Fed chairs of our lifetime. I mean, of my lifetime, he's the worst Fed chairman. I mean, you can go back. That's not even like contested. I mean, that's actually a true statement. I mean, just go back and look at all the previous Fed chairs. Nothing has been as bad as underneath Jerome Powell. That's just simple as that. So, and I think he knows that. But I mean, at the same time, he wants a paycheck. He's probably not going to resign. When Jerome Powell talking, I don't know, dude. I keep getting he's talking at 10, then he starts talking about the history of freaking who knows what, and then so I have no idea when he's speaking, dude. I'm just gonna say whatever. Quantitative easing would bring the biggest boom ever. Yeah, that would be the word. If he used quantitative easing right now, our markets would send. Powell resigns on XRP's 13th birthday. If he resigns, dude, that would be phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. So today you can see, I mean, Michael Saylor bought another 705 Bitcoin today, which is insane. I mean, this guy just keeps going. U.S. Bitcoin ETFs saw 9 billion inflows over 5 weeks, while gold ETFs lost over 2.8 billion in outflows. I mean, but the flip side of it is, where is it at? BlackRock is looking to sell. So that was some information that came out here. Circle, dude, the IPO, they just increased our, but this sucks for anyone that actually jumped into this IPO because that means that they just deflated your value. So they're trying to they're eyeing a 7.2 billion valuation under the ticker CRCL on the New York Stock Exchange. So this will be interesting to see when this drops, dude. Circle coming out as the latest IPO, 32 million shares, eyeing a 7.2 billion valuation. Gosh, that's crazy, dude. I didn't think that was actually going to happen. Yeah, that's kind of wild, dude. Kind of wild when you start to really think about it, like that's what they're trying to evaluate themselves as. That's crazy to me, dude. HBAR is another one. I actually made really good money off HBAR. HBAR is going to be probably the play of the day today. There's a lot of room to play here with HBAR. We've been hovering around this 16.5 to 16.8 mark pretty much for the last, I don't know, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, going on our 5-day mark here, and it's been pretty flat. So HBAR is going to be my play of the day. Just give you guys a heads up. This will probably be where I play. I'm hoping that we get back into the 17.6. We fill this fair value gap, which would be about a 1% increase. So I'll probably do like a 50x leverage. I'll probably put like $200 in there on a cross. And then I'll set my stop loss. So, to where if I lose $200, I lose $200. But I'm hoping that HBAR comes back up here and we get back into the 18 marker But that's probably gonna be my play today to give you guys a little bit of a heads up here before we jump into it. So 216, 217 up and down manipulation. There probably is a little manipulation in there. I mean, people are probably there's probably a lot of shorts and longs going in here. I'm sure he won't talk about it. Talk about what his resignation. How about they look over the Republic in 1913 by sneaking the act in Congress over Christmas break when everyone was home with the holidays? Which one's that about, Trent? Are Ripple still trying to buy? I mean, that's still out there as a discussion. Yeah, they're still trying to purchase it. I mean, they gave their valuation $7.2 million. I mean, seems like that's a lot, dude. $7.2 million. I don't think that they have to. The feds have to rule him out. So they have the FOMC, right? The FOMC. They have people on that board that will vote for him. Like that's who fires him. That's who hires and fires is the Fed chair people. So yeah, it'll be interesting to sort of see where it comes out of. But the markets are coming down now. So obviously something was said. I don't know what was said, but it sounds like Powell probably choked on a chicken or something, dude, because markets are coming down a little bit hot right now all of a sudden. Let's see if there's any updates on what he said, because the markets are reacting significantly right now to what was said. Let's see. Trump just said yesterday a horrific attack. Oh, because he's talking about the horrific attack in Boulder. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. That was a pretty crazy thing. I'm not going to read that, but let's see what caused the markets to come down. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of posts out there saying that he's going to resign, dude. That's pretty crazy, dude. Jerome Powell didn't resign today. Sorry, rumor mill. But he did say much. He didn't say much else. No rate guidance, no economic outlook, just a broad policy framework speech with zero market clarity. So that's probably why the markets are reacting the way they are. His speech was pretty much just blah right there. No rate cut guidance, no economic outlook, just a broad policy framework speech with zero market clarity. So yeah, that's probably why the markets are like, well, screw you, dude. So now we're going to be falling down to 16. So my short will probably, or my long will probably close here at like 216. So I wouldn't be shocked if this comes down and hits 216 at some point today. So our Ripple, let's see. Yeah, I think they're still trying to call it. Yes, that's the problem. Everyone just believes in rumors. Yep. Liquidation event. Very well could happen, right? Set your stop losses right now. That's all I got to say. Just set your stop losses. Don't take any more losses. You know, if you're in the green, do those trailing stop losses to protect you from losing all your profits. Jerome Powell is talking about the Louisiana purchase of 1803 and that how it relates to today's market. Is that, I don't even know if that's real though. That's the thing. Every time I click on something, it's like complete dud. A flatline speech kind of feels like that, right? Just kind of what a joke, right? Federal Chair Jerome Powell will resign tomorrow. The Trump administration expected to implement rate cuts immediately following the departure. That's Stephen Gobert. Dude, like that's just what people are saying. That's not even true. Everyone's saying he'll officially resign tomorrow. Dude, there's nothing out here saying he's going to resign. You have Grant Cardone. He was at the Bitcoin. I saw him a couple times. I said hello to him. I shook his hand once. Jerome Powell is the greatest threat to the American public and should be removed from the feds immediately. You guys are crazy thinking Jerome Powell is going to resign. Come on. Like, he's not going to resign, dude. He's not going to resign. There's no way he resigns, dude. Sup, Powell isn't resigning, all fake. He isn't going to bend the knee. Well, he hasn't helped out a whole lot. James, totally agree. Everything he does helps Russia and China. Can Elon put personality neuropatch on Powell's dome? He's talking about the get him into our Neuralink. He's like straight Neuralink. But yeah, the volatility of the markets right now rack up to 216, almost 216.7 again. So we'll see. 589 Fifth Avenue says Austin, hidden roads leads to gold. I'm with you, man. The Federal Reserve itself is a monster. Yeah. I mean, they control a lot, dude. They control the global markets. Anything said or can be done. Yeah, he spoke already. He didn't say a whole lot. No economic outlook, really. Just kind of a flatline speech like we were saying in here. Say HBAR at 16,574 long. What do you think? I got to get back to work. That's kind of, I mean, I think that's probably not a bad spot, right? A limit order at 16,574. Holy crap, fan coming in hot with a ensalada. She wants me to show you guys. This is what Fan made me for lunch, guys. This is what Fan made me for lunch, guys. There you go. She made me one of those like the Asian chicken salads from Applebee's. I don't know if you had them there, but they're fire. He sounded down in the dumps. He probably was, dude. The whole market is corrupt. Touche. I'm kind of with you on that one. Let's see here. Anything else we have? I think I've covered pretty much everything today, dude. Not a whole lot. Okay, so let's jump into the markets coming down 16.64. Shit, where I thought we had a little. Okay, 16. Yeah, 216.92. 216.92 for Binance. 216.80. So okay, we're working our way back up. I'm probably going to put let's do trade of the day here. I'm probably going to do an HBAR trade. Like I told you guys, I think HBAR, if anything, let's go for the 1 hour here. HBAR seems to be doing pretty good, at least like staying exactly where it's at here. Let me go to the HBAR favorites here. HBAR has been pretty flat. Most crypto has been pretty flat. Like you could probably look at most cryptos and see that we've been sitting pretty steadily around this, anywhere from 16, right around 16.7 to about 16.5, right? So yeah, you could put a limit order in here. Again, when I do my play of the days live on stream here, I buy them live, so I do market orders only. So yeah, you could put a limit order in. Like Z-Gold said, he put one in for 16.5. You can see that's probably not a bad area. You can see there's a nice little area right here around 16.6 to 16.5. So yeah, you can put somewhere in here, but we're gonna buy this at market value here. Markets over the last hour have definitely come down with HBAR, but I think this is going to have a nice little bounce back if the markets continue to look the way they're supposed to look. But we'll see. Like I said, when you do any leverage trading, make sure you put a stop loss in. Even if like you put $200 in, you're like, hey, dude, I'm willing to lose $100, so I'll put a stop loss in for $100. If it hits, it hits. Like, and it's just part of the deal, right? So yeah, there's that as well. It's 10:30 a.m. lunch. Genius Act. Maybe some XRP approvals, maybe some finally concluding. We still have some catalysts from any. We do. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat, Adam. We still have a lot of things coming in here. Yeah, she made lunch early, dude. She's like that. She's like, here, eat some breakfast. Here's your breakfast salad. So yeah, let's go. Yep, bouncing ball. Xander, my pub. But we do have some catalysts. Yeah, the XRP ETF approval is coming on June 17th. Well, hopefully June 17th, right? That's what we're hoping for. We'll see what happens here. So that'll be nice to sort of see. But let's open up a long here. Let's see. I got some money to play with here. Let's actually do I'll probably just do a 20x. Yeah, let's just do a 20x margin. Let's see what we can do here. Let's actually do 6,000 HBAR. No, let's do 4,000 HBAR. Puts about a 335 margin on there. 335 margin on there at a 40,000 HBAR. Let's open the long here. It's going to put us about a 14,526 liquidation event, which is actually pretty good. So I'm going to put that order in now. I'm hoping that we're going to get back into the 17s today, or at least 16.8s, 16.9s is kind of where I'm hoping we get back to. Let's see. I'm going to put my order in here. There we are. You can see 16.8, 16.9s is kind of where we've been over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. We've been bouncing back up here into the 16.9s. So like I said, I'm hoping we get back into the 16s, if not the 17s with HBAR. So what I'm going to do here, though, is I'm going to add a stop loss already on this just to make sure. So what I'll do is I'll come here, I'll set a stop loss to where I said if it goes down basically to 16,599, I'm going to lose probably about $76. So I'm going to actually do 1.5, and I'll lose about $100 of my 300 that I wagered out there. So if it goes down to about 16.5, I'll sell basically. I'll lose my $100. It's almost like an isolated trade. So I'm going to confirm that. I have a stop loss in there, and we'll play it out, see how it works. So that's kind of where it's going to go. But yeah, sub-A team stop loss was confusing for me. Yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, stop loss is just really like, where are you willing to like take your lowest cut? That's basically what it comes down to. Like, where are you willing to go the lowest on? So yeah, great day, everyone. Have a great day. Yeah, set the stop loss. Hell yeah, dude. What's going on, guys? Did he speak yet? No, he did not. We got Joey. Joey, what's up, my guy? Hope all is well, man. Gifted 5 memberships to A-Team. If Joey gifted you a membership, please say thank you to Joey and make sure you hit that like button. Definitely. Where am I trading on? I'm trading on BTCC. BTCC is just an exchange, a non KYC exchange that you can buy on. I have a link down in my description box if you want to click on it. You get 10% for anything that your first deposit's on there. So if you create an account and deposit like $1,000, they'll give you $100 to trade with. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little link to do. So like I said, you don't have to do it. It's just there so you can get extra money if you were to use it. It's up to you. So I set the limit, stop loss, and it won't let me confirm. Did you set a good limit there, 808 Mimis? Like, sometimes it won't go through. Like if I edit this, sometimes you have to say like whether your percentage is here, like 0 to 100, like how much you're going to sell. So if you have it at 0, it's not going to go through. So make sure you have this like as a full 100% or like whatever you choose to sell. And then obviously make sure it's within the price range of where you want to go. So that's a big one. But yeah, no, it's a legit exchange. Yeah, BTC is a legit exchange. I mean, I deposited $100 in this thing. So right now, dude, I deposited $500 into this exchange, and I'll tell you guys right now, dude, I deposited $5 in the exchange. I'm at $2,400. So I've turned $500. When I started this, you guys can go back and look at my lives. I put $500 in this exchange over like the last 2 weeks. I've been on this exchange for 2 weeks. I've turned $500 into $2,400 with trading. So, and I share all my stuff online here with you guys pretty much every day. I mean, I go into Discord, I show you guys my wins, my losses. You know, sometimes I'll lose like $50. Sometimes I'll gain $100. It all depends. But yeah, I've turned $500. I started with $500 on the exchange. I'm at $2,400 today. So that was over 2 weeks. Over 2 weeks, I've literally, I don't know, done pretty well. Funny when we go up my free membership. Yeah, let's go, dude. Austin, you think that we're slow and steady is bigger than big pumps? Yeah, slow and steady is the way to go, dude. 100% slow and steady is the way to go. Yeah, yeah. Slow and steady is the way to go, dude. For sure. Even in stock, it's the way to go. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, hit that like button. Appreciate you, my guy. Tracy, without question, patience big. Yeah. So there's that. One thing I also want to put out there, dude, we had a new addition to the Pure Wallet team. Pure Wallet team got a new, got actually a, who was it, dude? I just forgot. So Pure Wallet team just added a, let me go to the Pure Wallet. Where are you at, Pure Wallet? They just added a pretty big member here to the team. Right here, you can see Dr. Nguyen. He is the new partner and chief legal officer for Pure Wallet. Dude, I met him at the Bitcoin conference. Really, really nice guy. Excited to see him as a part of the team. So now he's on. He's become a partner and part of the chief legal officer of Pure Wallet. So pretty excited about that. I'm a prince in the Middle East. I'd like to send you $1 million. That's actually pretty funny, dude. You're gonna send over $1 million. All right. So you can see right here, the day chart's at the bottom right here. For HBAR, the 12-hour is coming on its way up here, which is really good. The 4-hour is coming down. So this could be where you want to put. So again, the reason why I bought it here live on stream is because that's the goal here, is to buy it live on stream. But you could definitely put in your purchase order here of like 16.5, which is probably not a bad limit order if you're going to actually get into HBAR here. The reason why I did the market is because we're live on stream. I will be on here for another like 13 minutes, so I want to do it live. But so 16.5 is actually a good, nice little fair value gap here. You can see that the 4-hour is on its way down, so we could trend downward or we could bounce off this and continue upward. But putting an order in for like 16.5 is probably not a bad idea. You can see the 1-hour is definitely starting to work its way up right here. So it's kind of mixed on the 1 and 4-hour, but overall the 12-hour is working its way up. The day chart's working its way up. In the weekly, we're hoping that it bounces back. Because anytime the weekly actually starts to get rejected here, you can see last time we actually will get rejected and then come back up. So hopefully we continue like what that did right there, but we'll see. So that's kind of where I'm at with it right now, guys. So anything on the Pure Wallet? Oh yeah, there's math. You can actually do some things with Solana now on the Pure Wallet. I think MoonPay gets approved this week. So MoonPay is going to be on the Pure Wallet. Yeah, you can actually use the Pure Wallet right now to buy and trade and sell. They have exchanges on there, everything. Have you taken a withdrawal from BTC? If yes, were there any issues? I have not taken a withdrawal, but what I've done, Lauren, is I've actually transferred. All I've done is transfer it to a. You can transfer it to a. So we're already up in the green on our nice little trade here for HBAR. Nice. So what you can do here is you can convert it. So go to your transfer. I like to just move it out. So I'm not going to withdraw it because I don't want to withdraw it to a bank account because that's the whole point of a KYC here. So what I do is I just transfer it from my wallet to wallet. So you can just go switch your wallets here, and then you just go up to your wallet, you move it into so just move from your futures account to your wallet account, and then you can actually convert it and send it to, send it to any account that you want. So here you go, USDT. You want to make sure you go to Ethereum ERC20. So, and then you just put in your wallet address. So I'm going to say, let's just say I do all, then I make sure I put my wallet address in here. So like your MetaMask, just go up here to like your MetaMask wallet. Make sure it's a USDT account. Shoot, what is my password? I don't know my password. Hold on a second. So you can see right here. So just make sure it's a USDT, like a Tether account here, and just say receive. So just say well, here we just copy right here, copy to clipboard, and then you'd come down here and you'd say paste, and then and then all you gotta do is just say over here. You say okay. What platform? Was it asking me to actually? Let's go MetaMask. I'm going to a MetaMask, and then I just hit confirm. So that's how you do it. So I'm going from USDT to Ethereum, ERC20. I'm going to withdraw to this address. I'm going to hit MetaMask. And I would transfer just do like $15, $10, just to make sure that, you, it's going to the right place. Don't send it all at once. Don't send like your full 1,000 or whatever it is. Couldn't you think of a better name? Sounds like thanks. You answered my next question. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Tell us your password. Remember it. Yeah. My HBAR average is 0.43. Okay. Crypto war. All right. I see you. It's good. Yeah. We're up right now. Just a little bit on our little trade right there. So not too bad. Let's go back to our futures trade here. $18 right now. So yeah, we're making money right now. $18. If you want to take the profits, take the profits, right? $18 up right now. Let's see where we're at with our isolated trade as well. I did put a request in to the team for BTCC requesting that we get more isolated cryptos out here. I think once they get some more isolated cryptos out here like this right now, they only have 6. I think once they actually open this up and they allow more, I think we're going to get a lot more people are going to come over here. The isolated is really good for new traders on here on the BTC network. So can I withdraw from BTC to Tangem? Yeah, let's take a look, dude. I think you can. Let's actually just do it right now. I mean, I don't have Tangem, but let's do a withdrawal and see if Tangem's on here, okay? I don't want to bind. Let's see if Tangem's on here. I think it's let's see, Tangem. I think you just have to say what it's going to be. So you can do Tangem. Yeah, just make sure it doesn't matter. So like you can let's just go as long as you're going to an address here. So let's go to Tangem. Let's go other. Let's go Tangem. And then let's paste in the address again. It's going to let you, let's do the amount. Let's go all. It's going to let you go to it. It just wants to know what network you're going to. So yeah, you could do Tangem. Just as long as Tangem is a must-have wallet. Yeah, you can have Tangem. You can have Ledger. I think Ledger. I saw Ledger in here. I think Ledger's in here too. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Maybe it's not. But yeah, you can obviously even go to your exchange if you want. It's just asking you. It's not necessarily saying that like you have to match it up. You can say Tangem here and it goes to my MetaMask. I don't think it's going to change. After the Pure Wallet update, I can find how to toggle my wallet after cold to hot. Oh, really? You're saying you can figure it out now? Nice. Bitcoin dominance, Austin. Yeah, we can take a look at Bitcoin dominance real quick. Let's see where Bitcoin. I actually was just looking at Bitcoin dominance today. Where's it at? Let's go to Bitcoin. I wonder why it's not showing up. All right, let's go. Let me trash that. Let's go to indicators. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's go to right here. Bitcoin dominance, same scale. Oops, I don't want same scale. I want different scale. There we go. Bitcoin dominance is actually flat. It's going flat. You can see right here, the Bitcoin dominance is kind of flat right here. But that's okay. We want this to actually start trending downward. Once this comes down just a little bit, we're going to see probably a lot more of this come up here. So, yeah. I use Ledger in there. Yeah, you could use Ledger. So he uses Ledger. Do you use Ledger on BTCC, Joey? Yeah, I mean, it's really, they're just asking you for the network. It doesn't matter. You could say it's going to Ledger and it's going to MetaMask. So they're just asking you as a requirement. But yeah, as long as you have the right address, it doesn't matter. As long as you're sending ETH like USDT to ETH and you have an ETH wallet, it's going to be fine. Hey, no problem, Jimmy. Appreciate you being here, man. But yeah, it's been fun, man. Like I said, I'm happy. I was with Coinbase, doing Coinbase for a while, but now that we got into the BTC side of things, a lot of people have jumped over there and have done very well, dude. So I'm happy for a lot of people that jumped over here. Again, it's risky. We're in margin trading. Trade at your own risk, but I mean, it hasn't been too bad. We've done pretty well. Everyone's been posting their trades. Everyone's been doing all the things. So, but if you're going to do a BTC account and you're going to actually move money over there, definitely click on the link. And I'm not just selling you on the link. I'm just telling you to click on the link and use that. You get 10% of your whatever your first deposit is. So if you transfer $10,000 over there, they're going to give you $1,000 a trade extra. So it's like, dude, like I told you guys, I've downloaded. I know it's probably not the good thing to do, but I've taken an account, made a new email, moved money over there. They give me 10%. Made a new email, moved money over there. They gave me 10%. And I've traded on there. You can't just take the 10%. They'll if you try to like move the 10% off like right away, they won't allow you to do that. They want you to trade with the 10%. But I'm like, it's a deal, dude. I mean, shit, you move $10,000 over, they give you $1,000 to go trade with. Take that $1,000 and go trade, right? You don't have to touch your $10,000. So that's where I was like, dude, this is deals. This is deals, dude. Perfect timing, Curtis. I used to panic on the dip, and now I just scoop up more. Hell yeah, Big B. Austin podcast has totally helped me get smart about crypto. Hell yeah, Big B. That's what I'm talking about, dude. What's up, Ghost? Good to see you, buddy. Up 40% on ZBEC. Hell yeah, dude. Come on late. You might have already discussed it, but if you already think XRP is going to retrace to $2 like other people are saying, I mean, I'm not saying overall that it can't get back there because we just don't know like what the sentiment is. I mean, people come out and say some crazy stuff. I mean, Trump can make one crazy post and it goes all the way down again. So I'm never going to say never on the tube, but I mean, right now, like the indicators on the dailies and stuff like that are telling us that we should have some positive momentum before we retrace. And so when those times come, maybe we'll have that discussion. But right now, I think the indicators are telling us that we should have a decent week based off indicators. I mean, the indicators I'm looking at say we should have a decent week. I'm not 100% correct. I'm not always right. Never going to say I'm BTC not available in the UK. I use Blowfin. Oh, is it not? I thought it was BTC is out of the UK, dude. BTCC is from the UK. They're a UK based company. So that's kind of crazy that BTCC is not available in the same country in which they're from. That's kind of crazy. I didn't know that. Morning, Austin. What's up, my batch? Good to see you, dude. Missed most of the stream, but assuming nothing came up about that was flat dud. I think HBAR will be a strong play. Yeah, no, it's Chinese, but they're based out of England, dude. I met with the when they were at Bitcoin conference, right? And so I met with them. They're out of Hong Kong based Hong Kong, but it's their main office is out of the UK. What's the update on Pure Wallet? Any news on a potential launch date? They haven't given a launch date yet. Oh, you couldn't use it from the UK? That's crazy. I didn't know that. Damn. All right. That's wild. I didn't know that the UK didn't allow you to use BTCC. That's weird. Wow. That's sad. What's up with the Pure Wallet? Yeah, we had some pretty big sells. We had over 45 ETH be bought on the pre-sale, dude. 45 ETH was purchased during the pre-sale at the BTC convention at the Bitcoin thing, dude. BTC, it's unhealthy for other people. Oh, you're talking about the UK? Yeah, dude, they had like over 45 to 50 ETH purchased throughout the convention over at Bitcoin 2025, dude. They had a really good showing. Like Pure Wallet did really well over there. I was super impressed. So yeah, Pure Wallet's going to continue to rally, dude, and continue to put out there. I think they're have meetings coming up with some pretty big companies. Like I was supposed to fly out to San Francisco. I still might in a couple weeks to go meet with them, but yeah, because that'd be really, really cool. Yeah, it's not that anymore, Digi. It's actually a pretty Digi. You got to at least download it and give me your thoughts. At least download it and give me your thoughts on a non-custodial wallet. DCA is the name of the game. These markets are mind-numbing. They kind of are in a little bit. Yeah. But all right, guys, with all that, I'm going to hop off here. I got to get going, dude. I got to get this freaking food in me. As you guys saw, the play of the day was HBAR. HBAR is looking pretty good right now. I think we're up roughly $22 on our pledge that we just did right now live on stream. Up $23, looking pretty good. Our XRP plays up roughly, like I said, it's up about roughly almost $350 on this nice little long that we have going on here. So yeah, money's looking pretty good. And hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And anyone and everyone will be over in Discord putting our plays out there on BTCC. So with all that, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you guys so much. Mauricio, you can see it in my description box. Go down and click on my description box. You'll see the hyperlink in there. Make sure you go to the one that gives you 10% for any deposit, because that's the one that you want to click on, and it's actually legit. So with all that, have a good rest of your day. Love you guys a ton. Peace out, everyone.